Hi, welcome back you guys. We are back with a new video and today we're going to change gears. I'm not going to be showing you my kit today. We're going to go back in time and I'm going to tell you how I got started in makeup artistry back in 2011. I was 20 years old. I was in college. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had absolutely no idea. I knew I wanted to do something creative. My parents, well, primarily my dad, was just not feeling it. He wanted me to do something normal. He wanted me to be a teacher or social worker, something in the normal 9-to-5 region type of work. And I am one person, I'm an Aries. I don't know if any of you guys are into astrology, but if you know anything about Aries, we hate routine. We absolutely hate routine. I cannot stand doing the same thing every day. That's not my ideal. Around 20 years old, that's when I started to play around with makeup. My mom didn't really teach me how to put makeup on, so I actually ran into a channel here on YouTube back in 2011. And it was a video by Candy Johnson, and she talked about how to become a makeup artist. And she mentioned in those videos how a lot of people did not encourage her to pursue makeup as a career because they thought it wasn't a real job. It wasn't going to be a long-term job. And she basically talks about how she just kind of blew it off and she followed her heart and got into doing makeup for TV and whatnot. So it was honestly that video that set it off for me. Like everything. After I watched that video, I remember the next morning I looked up makeup schools. And I am from Southern California. I'm about 40 miles east of Los Angeles. And so I was looking anywhere from here up into LA. So I've looked up MUD, I looked up TNT. There's so many makeup schools, especially nowadays. There's like a trillion makeup schools out there. But I ran into one that happened to be less than a mile away from my house, and it is called Lebec Makeup Atelier, and I went there and I got certified in 2012 by Lebec Dweezy. She is amazing. She has a certain way that she teaches, and we start with theory. That's what we started in. And if you guys don't know what atelier means, it's basically a workshop environment. So it's not a huge class. The most people you'll have in your class is maybe 4 tops. I didn't have more than 3 in my classes once we did the hands-on. I really enjoyed going to Lebec. I learned a lot, and shortly after I got certified, I got hired at MAC Cosmetics. I started working for MAC late 2012, early 2013, and that was my biggest and greatest school. I want to say I met so many wonderful people at MAC. I met such amazing artists, and I learned so much from each and every single one of them, and I'm grateful to have some of them still in my life. And even the people I don't have in my life, I see so many MAC makeup artists that I worked with doing such amazing things in the industry now. They're like signed to huge agencies, doing celebrities, doing film, doing such wonderful work, and I'm just so grateful that I once got to work amongst them. So if you are starting and you want to start doing makeup and you can't afford to go to school, my advice to you, go work for a counter for a few years. I learned so much working for MAC. I can't even express to you how much I learned. You literally work on all walks of life. I just suggest it doesn't have to be MAC, but try working for a counter, try working with products, try learning about products, because products are a huge part of being a makeup artist. You gotta know how to prep a skin. You have to know about skincare. Just do your research, because I've known so many people that didn't go to makeup school and they're amazing artists. So it's possible for you to become a makeup artist without being certified. Do I recommend getting certified? Of course, if you're able to, do it. I feel like it really will give you It will open so many doors for you, especially with having a pro membership at like NAMI's for Mac. It's gonna help you to have a certification. So I do suggest you do try to go to school for makeup, but it's not fully necessary. What made me fall in love with makeup would have to be the way it made me feel when I started to wear makeup. I grew up being teased and got made fun of for a lot of different reasons. And after high school, when I started to play around with makeup, I loved the way it made me feel. It made me feel way more confident. It made me feel like myself and made me feel like I could be creative with colors, and it kind of became therapy for me. So that's what kind of made me fall in love with it. It kind of sidetracked a little bit, but I kind of want to gear myself back to after I started working for Mac, how I became self-employed. So when I worked for Mac, I was a freelance on-call artist. So what that means is you're not a permanent artist that works at one store every single day. You're basically on call. So you're assigned to a region in whatever area you may be. And in that region, there are different store locations. If a certain store is short-staffed, they will call you and ask you, hey, can you come in today at this time? You have the option of saying yes or no. And so that's what's nice about being a freelance on-call artist. The cons, obviously, lack of stability. It's a freelance on-call position, so you have no idea how often they're gonna call you. You don't know if they're gonna call you, if they have payroll to hire you on. So that's the only downside to freelancing. I was really grateful and lucky when I first started freelancing at Mac to build relationships, and I had steady hours when I first started working for them. But I know it's a lot harder now, so just keep that in mind if you do look into freelancing, not just for Mac. You could freelance for Anastasia and NARS, and several different companies offer on-call artist positions. So I worked for Mac from 2013 to 2016, I want to say. And in 2016, I moved to the Bay Area, and I was living in the Bay Area for about 1.5 years. For the first year of me living there, I was working at a couple salons as a receptionist, and at the second salon, I was lucky enough to be allowed to do makeup there. So I was really grateful for that. But while I was still working at the salon, I was still taking on jobs on the weekends. I would be assisting other makeup artists for weddings, and that was like another way of me making extra money on the side. And I slowly just started to build relationships. I started to build my portfolio. I started to do test shoots. And if you guys don't know what test shoots are, they're basically photo shoots where a photographer, a stylist, a model, and makeup artist, a hairdresser all collaborate, and you create a photo shoot on whatever concept you may be wanting to add to your portfolio. So that is a great way to build your portfolio. I 100% recommend you do that. Like, it's almost a non-negotiable. You have to do test shoots to build your portfolio. You will have to work for free. If you're just starting, you're gonna work for free, and you're gonna work for free for a very long time. Not every single time, but I do recommend you work for free so you gain that experience working on set, working with photographers, working with models. You have to learn how to do that. And I learned the most by working test shoots. So I 100% recommend that. Reach out to modeling agencies, reach out to photographers, and just create. You know, at the end of the day, you're a makeup artist, you're an artist, and that's what it's about. And another thing that I feel like I see a lot in the industry, a lot of people get into this industry only thinking about the money. And I hate to say this, but in the beginning, there's no money. In the beginning, it's going to be very difficult, and you're going to have to be very good with managing your finances. You're going to have to be very good with your money, in the sense of not spending money that you don't need to be spending. No Starbucks, no shopping sprees. A lot of stuff that you're going to have to sacrifice if you want to become self-employed. You have to have savings put aside just for the times where it becomes slow. And me, even now, I've been doing this for 8+ years, and there's still slow times. But I 100% recommend you guys really just analyze, and there's nothing wrong with having a part-time job and doing this on the side. That's how I did it. I worked full-time for a very long time, and I was fine. And you just have to remember to put importance into your business. It's not just about talent. A lot of people, I feel like, misconstrued everything, and they think, oh, I'm a great artist, so they would be lucky to have me. And yes, obviously, like, if you're an amazing artist, that's wonderful. That is so important. But what's also important is your professionalism, your respect, and your reliability. You have to be punctual. You have to be on time. You have to be early to set up. And people pick up on those things. If you're late, or if you're not showing up when you're supposed to be showing up, if you're giving attitude, if you are, all those things, people pick up on that. People pick up on your energy. And it's not just about talent at that point. It's really about you as a whole package. So think about it as, this is your business. You are representing yourself. So don't you guys want to put value in, so wouldn't you guys want to put value in what people are getting? That's just something I see still sometimes on sets. Like I will be working amongst like other artists, or you know, somebody in a crew, and somebody has attitude, and it's like, people don't want to work with someone like that. So just keep that in mind. Be nice, be friendly, be respectful, be professional. It's an industry where you could be replaced like that, you know? So make yourself count. Make people build those relationships and be genuine. So that's like a huge part of this. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But I think that is gonna cover it for today. I don't know if I missed anything, but if I did, please let me know in the comments below. If you guys have any requests for any future videos, please feel free to leave comments down below. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. It would greatly mean so much to me. I do videos all about makeup artistry, being a working makeup artist. So if you guys have any questions regarding makeup artistry and being freelance and anything of that sort, please feel free to leave the comments down below, questions down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I will leave my personal Instagram. It is at Jenny Lynn Baton, and my makeup Instagram is Jenny Baton. So I will link those down below. And I think that's gonna be it for today. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will talk to you guys very soon.